Hello everyone, this is Inga. It has been forever since I made a video. I have to admit, finishing the 100-day project was really tough. And you think why? Because those little cards are easy to make. Yes, they are, but at the end of it, the last couple of weeks, my inspiration was really gone. Another thing that I noticed is like what I'm making today, these double pages, they just take me a couple of days. First I have to get the idea, then I start changing things around, putting things in here. Is it working? Is it not working? Whatever I'm doing. And I just don't have that in every day. I don't have the energy for that every day. So that's how I ended up not doing this, and then just making those cards was really tough. So hey, that's it's finished now. I'm glad I finished it because I didn't want to give up, but I'm really glad I can go back to doing other things. And among other things is something I did 2 days ago was this one. This also took me a couple of days because I had to cut out the images. I had to what looks good, what doesn't. And what I really like about this journal is that you don't have to cover up everything. I love it how we can just leave things open, and that is why I wanted to make something with the moss stories. And trust me, I have been shifting and doing things off camera, cutting things out, rejecting them, what have you. Did all kind of things that are not going to be in on camera, but but I need to do those things, and I love doing those off camera. And if I would show it, it would be very boring. So that's why I'm not doing that. Now, I wanted to do this here. This is what I had in mind. And I'm not sure about this. I could do it like this, or I could do it like this. I don't know. Could leave it out completely. Maybe I can put it here. No, I don't like that. So you see, it's quite a bit. I'm not really done. Oh, maybe I will do it like this. I think it depends on how the blending works out. So I love this. These come from this flower and another flower. These leaves, but I love how this is sort of a bigger image there. First what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down, and then do some blending on top, and then I place the other things like this. So that's what I had in mind. I also want to do some stenciling, but okay, let's just start here. And I have a little bit of this. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just a scrap piece of paper that I have that I'm using for gluing down the edges. This is a really soft glue stick. It's from the dollar store. It is not a cheap brand. Bison is quite a well-known brand for glues here in the Netherlands. Usually for hardware things and stuff. So that they sell it at the dollar store is I'm really happy with that. And it really glues down papers. So yeah, that's it. And then this one, glue it, because I don't want to get glue on everything. And it's important that you do all the edges. Oh, see, that you don't get glue. That you don't get, how do you say that? Parts that are not glued down, because then when you start to blend with acrylics, you really need it to stick. There we go. And I'm also going to do this one. I think I'm going to need another one. So, there we go. That's it. This is a little bit straight. Yes, it is. Let me get this out of the way. And I'm using a tissue now because I saw that there was glue on top. And I don't want it to give any stains with my fingers. So that's it. And there we go. That's the basics. That is the basics. There we go. Making sure that you can see it. Now I'm going to tear this off. I will still be using this, but for gluey things. I don't know if you can see it a little bit off camera. I'm now going to put down some paints so I can start this whole. Oh, there we go. I have a champagne color from Cadence. It's a really nice, but it's a bit warm color. I have a new color from Paper Artsy, Stardust. I haven't tried it one. Oh look, it's beautiful. Oh, I think this is very nice there. This is a grayish color. I have taupe, which is a grayish brown, and I have stone, and that's very much a go-to color. This is also, let me show you how they look. These are very similar. This is a bit warmer. This is, and we're just going to blend a little bit in. I have my absolute favorite blending brush, which is this one. It's old and ragged, but that really allows me to scrub a little bit, if you will. And I also have, look, I have cherry blossom and I have very berry, and I'm not sure, maybe we will do some stenciling with that. We'll see. Let's just start with the, ooh, I like that. That is a very good color. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to go a little bit over the edge of the image and a little bit over the edge of the, how do you say that? The ledger. And then I'm going to scrub it, so I will soften the edges. And I will do a little bit of the other colors in between. Just so it's not going to be an even cohesive look. I want it to be light and soft. And because the background has a lot of pink tones in it, I don't know if you can see it, but it sort of, if you put the champagne over it, the pink sort of shines through. So that's like a bonus. I think I want a little bit of greenery. So I need to reach out later and look. It is almost identical. I love it. It dries up a little bit darker on top of the ledger. That's okay. We can go over it with lighter colors. Let me get another brush, because maybe that works better if I do this. And then I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe I need a little bit of water. And I've added a little bit of water just to help it blend a little bit more, to soften the edges here. Now, this paper can take that because it's very thick, sort of mixed media paper, but you have to be careful because not all journals you can do that. And that is, if you have thinner paper and you still want to do this, then add a lot of water. Then I suggest you put on a coat of gesso first, and that can be clear gesso, or you could use gesso, white gesso, to help with the blending. You could do that, of course, as well. Because what happens, even here, I see it, is that the paper starts to, in the Dutch we say that rullen, but there's fibers of the paper coming off. So yeah. And because this is thick, it doesn't matter, but still, you know. With thinner paper, you would definitely be in trouble. So be aware of that. Going to add a little bit of a lighter color to this, because here we have a lighter. That's the sky, and I want to go. And this is just the first layer, so we're going to add colors on top, like the pinks, like the dark ones. That's why they're all here. Sometimes your fingers can do the trick. And it's just going to do a little bit of the dark color here. And you can mix and match to make sure that that it blends really well with the image that you're working with and the background, and I don't know, just play, just have fun. And remember, if it's not the right color, you can always go back over it with another color. That's the beauty of acrylics. I mean, they're so forgiving because you can just add and add on top. It's no problem whatsoever. So now I'm going with a little bit of the creamy color here, because I know that this is where the girl is going to come, so I want it to be nice and soft. Doing a little bit of this. Hey hun. Oh. No. There we go. There she is. I know she was gonna come. Oh, you guys. Hey hun. Yeah, that's it. Always when I'm painting, she shows up. She shows up when I want to paint. Yeah? And I have to be careful, that she doesn't step on the paint and then ruins everything by getting her. Oh no, she's already down. With paint on her paws and running around, or that she starts to, and I don't know if your cats do this as well, but as soon as I have a glass here with water there to rinse everything, she starts drinking it. So yeah, that's not very healthy. It is not healthy at all. Now usually the door in my craft room is open for her to go in and out, but not this time because it's really stormy outside, and I was afraid it would really interact with the noise on the video, so I opened up the living room door and she's not getting it, so she's standing here like, hey, why aren't you opening up for me? Like you always do. Yeah, well, I'm busy right now. We're busy. I know. You just need to be patient a little more. Yeah, I know. Oh, I like this. I really do. There we go. That's it. It looks quite dark, but we are going to go over with a little bit of the pinks and a little bit of green. It will be okay. I'm not sure what I want with this. I think maybe a little bit on the floor, on the bottom here. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Hi, hon. You coming to check it out? See? No, 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 no. You can't drink from that. No, 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 no. No, I said no. I said no. I said no. And I said no to this either. I have no authority in my own home. Sorry. I hope you can still see it. But yeah. I have to hold it. It's true what they say, curiosity killed the cat. Because it did, seriously. It really did. Okay, well done now. Well done. A bit like this. I know I'm holding everything in my other hand. Oh, you guys. This isn't funny. I should have locked the door. I should have locked the door, honey. You were. It's a little bit too dark for my taste up here. So I'm just. Paint drip. I quite like that. It's so I hope you can see it. I'm doing up here in the corner. Okay, well, let's see if I can stay, stay, honey. Do not move. There we go. That's it. I'm going over it to blend it because I want to give that illusion that there's more pink flowers here. Also here in the background, just to give a little bit of that soft look. Here as well. Just a tiny touch. Maybe here. And it doesn't need to be a lot, just a little bit of tabbing. Hang on. No, 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 not on top, please. not on top. It's really not, that really doesn't work. Oh, I'm trying to warn her off with one hand, so. Eh? It's not working, love. Keep doing this. Eh? Normally you're having a sleep at this time of day. Why not now? Why not now? Okay, I'm going to also do it here. I hope you can see it. There we go, I like it. Oh, I really do love that. Yeah. So, one color I'm going to grab right now is green. Yeah, you go. Winter green I have, and where is the other color? I know. Mm-hmm. Hey pesto. Hey pesto and winter green. I think those two colors are really well for the dark one here. Oh. Just a tiny bit. Winter green, see? It looks amazing with that. And then I have a hay pesto, which is a lighter, and it really gives the highlights of the moss. Just enough here. And you can add and I'm just tapping it like very lightly because I don't want it to become one even patch of color. Just a little bit like this. And it doesn't matter if you go over, if you've just tapped on a little bit of pink, that's okay. And the beauty of, because you tap it on, it really melts into the background. It's beautiful. There we go. See? I love that. And yeah, that's a coincidence. I didn't do anything. But what happens is that the page is going up and down, and that really helps to sort of make it light. Because no matter how much pressure you put, if you just tap lightly, it will automatically. I mean, look, that's amazing. Let's put a little bit of highlight here. And if you put it also on the image, then it will look as if it was meant to be. Even if it's not the exact same color, that's okay. And I love taking my time for this because I know that the girl will come sort of like here. So everything will be noticeable here. Going to do that a little bit like this here as well. see it? I'm holding it down now a bit because see, it blends itself wonderfully. Now let's go to a little bit here now. Oh. And if you think like, oh, this is a bit too green, that's okay. Just keep tapping it and then it will become lighter. And I can just go over a little bit with the brown here. See? Beautiful. Beautiful. A little bit of the brighter green. There we go. Now, let's grab this part. And the important thing for if you are blending and extending the color like this, in order to have it have some depth, you need to add the darker colors first and the lighter colors on top. So don't forget to put in your darks because those are really important. Your darks are really important. And you can add layer on layer on layer until you're happy. And then when you're happy with your darks, you put on the lights. And don't think, oh, this will all be covered with a flower because I know this will be too. But that's okay. Just leave it. It's fine. It will all add to the final result, even though it will maybe be covered. That's okay. I like it. Because sometimes you have tried something and then the last minute you change your mind, you're gonna put the flower somewhere else and then you have a fancy, nice blend of things. Okay, that's it. I think I'm happy with that. Now let's put in a little bit of, yeah, I like that. See? And because I have my darks, this looks just so much better. I want to put on something very light here. Yeah. And don't be afraid to go over the page to another page because that will just make it look like one big cohesive piece. I like that. Let me stand up and see if I need anything more. Because sometimes looking through the camera, you see so much. This is very dark, you see? I think I'm going to add a little bit more light. I like the mushroom. I really, really do. See how I've sort of extended it all the way to here? And this now gives me the idea You know, I had the flower here, but I'm thinking, I might not add that because I really love what's going on here. Here. Make sure you put in your lights. So important. And this takes time. You just need to be patient. Yeah, I like that. Is it still? Yeah, I like it. I love that. See a little impression of that something green is growing here. Okay, I think I'm gonna call this done for the blending now. So yeah, really happy with. I'm going to dry this and then I'm going to come back to you. See you in a bit. Bye bye. Hello everyone, this is Inga. We're back. So what I'm going to do, everything is dry now and you need to be really careful with drying things if you have already something on the other side, because you know it is definitely going to warp. And yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to stencil, and I wanted to, because I have this beautiful stencil, this Stamperia, with the script, and I think I'm going to do that here and definitely here on top. And for that I'm going to be using a Victorian Velvet Distress Oxide, and I'm hoping it's the perfect color. It's a bit of a purplish old pink color that I want to use. I'm going lightly. Now I don't mind if it's a little bit over the edge of the roof there and a little bit over the image, but I don't want it to be completely covered up. So let me check this. Oh, I like that. I need a little bit here. Let me put this here. This needs to dry because I can already see it's very sort of shiny just yet, and that means it's not dry. And because it's on top of the paint, it's harder to dry. Like if we just put it in here, in your ledger, it really absorbs it. You see? That's so, oh, I like that. I really do like that. I'm going to keep it here. Now I also want to do a little bit here. Let me do it like this. Oh, I need to hold that. Oh, that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, perfect. And I think I'm going to put a little bit here in the corner, like that. Should I put it now? Let me put it like this, because I like that. And the strange thing is that you don't really see what is on the paper when you put it down. But look, oh yeah, I like that. I love that. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to do a little bit here in the corner, making sure that that color is present there. And the reason that I'm doing that is because there's nothing here of an image. I mean, yes, we're going to put a flower there, but I want to enhance the color there. There we go. That's it. So this is it for now. This really needs to dry. And I'm not going to give it another round with the heat tool, because that will just warp the back more. Just going to dry it on air, and so I will be back when this is all dry. See ya! Hello, hello, I'm back. So while this has been drying, I have looked up some Post-it stamp, because I think I want to place those in here. It goes really well with the script, it goes well with the colors. I've changed something of the original thing, and that's why I'm saying, like, you have to go through the entire process, because you can change your mind. And I'm going to put this big flower here, and then I had this little flower, and I'm going to put her here, or that here, and I'm going to put the girl here, and then post stamps there. That's it. I want to do some stamping, so let me first glue down the Post-it stamps, because I want to do some stamping on top and surrounding the Post-it stamps. And these are real vintage ones. I got them like from a super big box on like an eBay kind of site here in the Netherlands. So happy with them. So much there was so much in it, and yeah, I really liked it. I'm still using them. So if you can't get the and if you don't have vintage, you can use the stamps and tickets by 49 in Market. They also have Katie Petit Design, who designed them, also has how do you call that, the digital ones, so you can print them out yourself. You can even print them out in any size that you want, bigger or smaller, whatever your desired project is. I'm inking up my girl, and she's the only one who gets inked up. I'm not inking up the flowers. Now let me see how I want to do my stamping. I have this stamp set. It is by Aal and Create. They're clear stamps, but they have, look, it's just the gorgeous little stamps, and these are stained by, but that's okay. Just because they're stained doesn't mean they won't function. And I'm stamping with archival ink, because when you already have paint down and such, you really need, and I'm going to stamp it like this. Ah, that's okay. And you maybe should have put something underneath there. Going to do it like this. There we go. Yeah, that's better. A little bit of movement, but that's okay. Yeah, that's it. Going to do the same thing there. Now this will probably go a bit better because I have the bulk of the book behind it. Yes. There we go. And a ghost stamp. That's it. You know what? I think I actually want a little bit of more. And I have let me see what else I do have in here. I have a little bit of this. I like that. It's sort of numbers. There we go. And if you put that like here, oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Yes. And let it come back in several places. Like I already know I'm going to put the flower there. You can go in here. You know, that will give it some cohesion. This one, and I have a lot of other ones, small ones. I have an R, I have an A. What else do I want to do? Oh, I like that. I think I'm going to do the compass one. And this is east and west. That means it's going to be like this. And I'm going to put it like here. Yeah, oh, love it. Absolutely love that. And what color this is ground espresso. So it's a nice dark color. Yeah, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Oh, it's actually on top of the numbers. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, and I think I'm going to leave it at that. I could always do a little bit extra. Now I'm first going to glue my images and then see what I need. There she is. I'm going to put her like this. I need a little bit there. I can see that. That's okay. We'll do that later. And these flowers came from either the Moss Stories or they came from the flower book. This one is from the flower book. Let me put it here so I can see where I want the... There we go. Yep. And I also need this one, and I'm going to put that there. There we go. It's like this. Yep. There we go. And these actually belong to that one, to that image, and this also from the Moss Stories, but I figured they would be better used here. And there we have these ones. And I'm going to lift this up a little bit. Oh, there we go. There we go. So, yeah, beautiful. Absolutely love that. Now I want to do a little bit more stamping there. And I think I'm going to use those letters. Am I going to put the R or the... Yeah, I'm going to take the R. I don't know why. But hey, going to take that and really press down. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Love that. What else do we have here? That is, oh, I like that. Yeah, I'm going to put this one. This is a really, it has such gorgeous little stamps on there that you could fit in any small space. That really, see? Oh, beautiful. Okay. Now, I have a little bit of a stencil here, and I'm going to, because I want to, yeah, see, I like that. I actually like that. I'm going to do the same thing here. And this just has some ink on it from the vintage photo. That's fine. Use it the same way here. You could do a little bit darker, just to tie it in. I'm going to do the same thing here. Gorgeous. Yes. Yay. Okay. Now for the final, I'm going to ground her a bit. Not on black, but on sepia. Oh, there we go. This is going to be hard because it's partially paint, partially image, partially, how do you say that? Almost my water bottle. Partially ledger. So, but we'll see. Don't make it too wet. Putting it in the water, dipping it off on a little bit of towel. And I'm just tapping because I want to have it really dark under her feet. And that's it. Normally I would spread it out, but I'm not doing that now because I want to preserve the darkness. If that makes sense. There we go. That's it. Just leaving it a little bit here. Giving a little bit more shade to her legs. A little bit here. Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. Yeah, that's it. And I'm calling this one done. Guys, girls, I hope you enjoyed it. I really did. It was so fun to make. And I'm really glad that I get to do this again. So thank you for watching, and if you like my channel, please give a thumbs up or this video, and consider to subscribe, and thank you so much. Bye bye.